Okay, so what happens in the winter time? So when we do offsets for solar, we're taking a look at the full year. So if we say 100% offset, we take a look at what they were using last year, and we'd be offsetting that 100% throughout the year. Now, typically what ends up happening with your production with your solar, it's a bell curve. So during the summer time, say this is June, July, August, September, your production for your solar is going to be higher. Okay, you're going to have those credits to use for the winter time when the sun isn't shining as much. What typically happens too, their usage might be higher, especially in the months of July and August. So their usage might be up there, maybe close to the top, maybe it'll be a little bit higher. So what in actuality happens, the credits on say May and June and September and October, those are the times where their production is up here, their usage is down there. They'll get those credits for the winter time. Now, when we design our systems, we're taking in account cloudy days, snowy days, nighttime, obviously. We take all that into consideration when we do these offsets. We actually guarantee our numbers. So if you look at that kilowatt hours, what the system is going to generate per year, I think we are the only company in the nation that will guarantee those production numbers. So we'll check it at the end of year one and at the end of year two, making sure we hit those benchmarks. So let's say if we claim that it's going to be producing 10,000 kilowatts throughout the year, we'll take a look at it at the end of year one and the end of year two, making sure we hit those benchmarks. If not, we'll compensate that customer for the value of the kilowatts, the gap there, or we'll add a panel or do something like that. I've installed over 500 systems. That's never ever happened. We're actually very conservative on our numbers.
They'll come in a little higher.
Yeah, and in fact, I've had situations because of the fact that like in some utilities, or most utilities, we can't be over 120% offset. So like in a 10,000 kilowatt system, you can't be over 12,000 kilowatts. We can't be producing, if they used 10,000 kilowatts last year, we can't have a system that's producing 12,000 kilowatts. I've had situations, especially if it's a small system, that we may claim that it is at 108%. Okay, our numbers show that we're going to be producing at 108%. We do all the permitting through that utility company. The utility says, nope, you've gone over this benchmark. You're at 123%. You've got to, remove a panel off your scheme, off your schematic. So then we have to go down. So we're really conservative on those kilowatt hours. So just reassure that to the customer as well.
What's interesting about